Hello everyone, good evening. I hope you all are doing good. Today I am here with my next video, that is what services you need to learn for Azure Data Engineering. So let's proceed with this video. This is one of the very important video which you should go through if you are targeting to become an Azure Data Engineer. And before proceeding to learn Azure Data Engineer, you should know what all services are there in Azure which you should learn to become an Azure Data Engineer, and also uh, on which service actually we use Python or SQL or PySpark. This general knowledge kind of thing is very important for you to proceed further. If these things are clear, I mean these pictures are clear in your mind, it will be very easy to relate that where we are using what thing and where we are not using what. Okay, in which service we are doing what and which service we are not doing what is the purpose of this service and what is the purpose of that service. You should be aware of all those things, right? So let me proceed further with this video, and the heading of today's video is itself what services you need to learn for Azure Data Engineer. So here I have listed down the Azure Data Engineering services list. These are the list of services that are required for you to learn to become an Azure Data Engineer. The first and the foremost is Azure Databricks. Okay. The second is Azure Data Lake, Azure Data Factory. The third one is Azure Data Lake. The fourth one is Azure SQL Server. The fifth one is Azure Key Vault. The sixth one is Azure Synapse Analytics, and the seventh one is this Azure Logic App. Now let's discuss each of the services one by one. Azure Databricks is one of the most important service that I think a data engineer should learn. This is the platform on which actually Spark runs. Okay, if anyone of you don't know about Spark, don't worry, I'll be covering that in my later videos. But this is the service which is very important, then that I think that every data engineer should know, because this is one of the best analytics tool that is there in market to process big data. And this is the service behind which actually Spark runs. And this is the only platform, this is the only service on which actually code in Python is written. Okay, code in Python is written, and this is the service on which code in SQL is also written. Okay, code in SQL is also written. There are few other things on which code is written on this platform, and those are like code in PySpark. It means PySpark is nothing but Python API over Spark. PySpark is nothing but, let me write down here, it is Python API over Spark. So what do I mean by Python API? So actually Spark supports multiple languages, and Python is one of the languages through which we can write code over Spark. We can write code on R as well, Scala as well, SQL as well. So for SQL, the name that has been given is Spark SQL. So we can write our code in Spark SQL also over Spark. So this is the platform over which coding can be done in these many languages or these APIs actually. Okay. Now let me talk about this Azure Data Factory. If I give this service 2-star rating, I will give this service as 1-star rating. This is my personal opinion. This opinion may vary. This is my personal opinion according to the experience that I gained in these many years working in these technology. And this Databricks is a UI based ETL tool. It means there is UI that is already given by Microsoft to directly use. Suppose you want to run any notebook that is of Databricks. Okay, so we can use that notebook activity that is there in Databricks. We can do any kind of transformation also in Data Factory. There is something called data flow. With the help of data flow, we can do all kind of transformation. I mean, there we can drag and drop the already inbuilt function. Like suppose we want to apply the union function, we can directly use the union function in data flow and do union. Suppose I want to use the select function, I can directly use the select function that is already inbuilt in Azure Data Factory and apply the select function. So this is something UI based tool, okay, and this is also a place where scripts in SQL can be written. This is a place where scripts in SQL can be written, okay. Now I have Azure Data Lake. This is a place where data needs to be stored, data is stored, and this is a scalable storage place. It means there is no storage limit. We can store data of any size in this service and of any type. Now let's come to Azure SQL Server. This is again a RDBMS system. This is again this is stored. This Azure SQL Server stores only structured data. This Azure Data Lake can store all kinds of data, that is structured, unstructured, and semi-structured as well. Now let's come to Azure Key Vault. This service is for security purpose. Okay, what do I mean by security purpose? This Azure Key Vault service is used to store secrets so that the secrets are not exposed in the codes. Rather than writing the secrets directly in the codes, so whenever if we pass the secrets directly in the codes, if we write the secrets directly in the code, any new user that comes and sees our code, they will be able to see the secret as well, right? We can't do that actually. That is not a good practice. We can't expose our password or secrets to everyone, right? So we can store that secret in Azure Key Vault and we can use those secrets in Azure Databricks or Azure Data Factory. Okay. Again, I will be dealing with all these things in my later videos. Stay connected with us. Stay connected with me. Now we have this Azure Synapse Analytics. This is another important service. And this is actually the data warehouse in Azure. This is a data warehouse in Azure. Okay. So if you know this Azure Data Factory, Azure Databricks, Azure Data Factory, and Azure Data Lake, learning Azure Synapse Analytics will not take much time for you actually. Okay, now we have Azure Logic App. In this actually workflow is created. Workflow means if you need to automate any kind of process, like suppose I want to move data from SharePoint to Data Lake. So all those kind of things in automated way. Okay, suppose I want to move data from SharePoint to Data Lake in automated way. In that case, we can use this. We can use this Azure Logic App. It means here workflows are created actually. Okay, and I want to highlight one more important thing, like this Azure Synapse Analytics is one of the costly service. Now there is something new that is coming in the market and that is in preview version actually, and the name of that service is Microsoft Fabric. Okay, Microsoft Fabric. Again, I will be dealing with this service in my later videos. So this was just an introduction of all the services that are being used in Azure Data Engineering profile. Out of these services, this one, Azure Data Lake, Azure SQL Server, and Azure Synapse Analytics. All these three are actually the storage units in which data can be stored. Okay, in which data can be stored. Okay, in which data can be stored. I'll be dealing with all of the services in very much detail. Stay connected with me. In this video, I have just given a brief introduction of all the services that we'll be using as Azure Data Engineer and that you should focus on. Thank you so much. I hope you find this video helpful. Like, subscribe, and share to my channel. Thank you so much.